Bhetki Maacher Kaliya is a signature Bengali fish curry made with Indian Barramundi, known as Bhetki Mach in Bengali, and large pieces of potato. This dish is easy to prepare provided you handle the delicate texture of the Indian Barramundi correctly. Let's explore how to cook it. For this recipe, I am using 8 pieces of Bhetki fish, each weighing about 100 grams. Since this is a traditional Bengali fish curry, I have chosen fish with the bones and the skin intact, which Bengalis refer to as Macher Jhal. I have also used the typical Bengali cuts, kada and peti. First, marinate the fish by adding 2 tablespoons of mustard oil, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder and 1 teaspoon of salt. Make sure the fish is thoroughly coated. Then let it sit for 15 minutes before frying. To fry the fish, heat 8 tablespoons of mustard oil in a pan or karai. I personally prefer using an iron pan or lohar karai. Once the oil changes color, add 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Then mix it into the oil. When frying fish, even in a traditional pan, it is crucial to prevent sticking. This is especially important for Bhetki fish, which is very soft and breaks easily. To do this, keep the heat high. Start by frying 2 pieces of Bhetki Mach in the first batch. Cook one side for about a minute, then flip and cook the other side for another minute before removing the fish from the pan. You will notice that the fish does not stick. Avoid over frying Bhetki Mach, particularly if you plan to make a dish like Macher Jhol or Macher Kaliya, as I am. For subsequent batches, you can try frying 3 to 4 pieces at once if you are comfortable. Otherwise, continue frying in small batches. Please don't use your fingers to handle the fish as I do. This comes from years of practice. Instead, use a spoon. Fry the rest of the fish in the same way. Once all the fish is fried, lower the heat. Since I use an iron pan, carefully controlling the heat is essential. Now, there will be some leftover marinade in the bowl where the fish was marinated. I have cut 4 peeled potatoes in half and coated with the leftover marinade. Now, fry the potatoes in the remaining oil over medium heat. Flip them occasionally for about 2 minutes until they turn a bright golden color. When finished, remove the potatoes from the pan. The potatoes will be 1/3 cooked by this time. Next, in the same pan, temper the remaining oil with whole spices. I used 1 cinnamon stick, 1 dry red chili, 4 green cardamoms, 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds and 2 bay leaves. After adding those, cook for a minute. This is called foron in Bengali. Then add 3 medium-sized, thinly sliced onions. Stir and fry the onions continuously over medium heat for about 2 minutes. By this time, the onion will have a bright pink color. After that, add 2 medium-sized chopped tomatoes and cook them for 2 minutes over low heat until they soften. Now, stir in 1.5 tablespoons each of ginger paste and garlic paste. Mix well and cook for at least 2 to 3 minutes over low heat until the raw smell of ginger and garlic disappears. Then add the powdered spices, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of red chili powder. I used Kashmiri red chili for color, 1 teaspoon of cumin powder and 1 teaspoon of coriander powder. Cook this mixture over medium heat for 2 to 3 minutes. If it becomes too dry, add 2 to 3 tablespoons of water to maintain moisture. Finally, I added 1 tablespoon of sugar to balance the flavors, but this step is optional. Cook until oil rises to the surface. This step is known as Moshla Koshano in Bengali. Now add 100 grams of tok doi or plain yogurt and mix well to prevent it from curdling. Cook for at least 2 minutes on low flame and stir continuously. Add 2 sliced green chilies and continue cooking until you see oil floating on top and the mixture turns a bright reddish color, gorgore lal as we call it. Then add the fried potatoes and cook on low heat for 3 to 4 minutes to soften them. Now pour in 1.5 cups of water and bring this mixture to a boil. Once the gravy starts boiling, add the fried fish and any oil from the frying the fish to the pan. Gently mix everything. You need to cook for 2 more minutes. If possible, gently flip the fish once. However, handle it carefully. Finally, stir in 1 teaspoon of Bengali garam masala powder and 1 tablespoon of ghee for extra flavor. Mix lightly and cook for another minute. Your Bengali Bhetki Macher Kaliya is now ready. Turn off the heat. Let the Bengali fish curry cooked with Indian Barramundi or Bhetki Mach rest for 10 minutes before serving. You can also add coriander leaves while cooking, though I chose not to. This Bhetki Maacher Kaliya tastes wonderful with steamed rice or garam bhat. I hope you enjoy making this recipe from Debjanir Rannaghar. Please tell me how it turns out. Also, feel free to share any other recipes you'd like me to post in the comment box below. Till then, take care.